Look, AI is infiltrating every single industry. People feel kind of powerless, like what the heck can you do? It's like watching a ship slowly sink with no life raft. But Lucas, what's the solution? Well, here's my escape plan. I have a plane fueled and ready to take off before all the chaos erupts, and if you want to hop on, it's time to go. Because here's the good news, right? There's still time to get a job or launch an AI business, even from scratch if you follow the right advice. I've seen these AI avatars, fake people, grifters on YouTube telling you what to do. It's always awful recommendations that just waste your time, and it's kind of bizarre trying to escape AI with the help of AI. Good luck. So here are the top 8 AI certifications that will be worth more than a PhD in the future. It's kind of sad, but let's begin. So first up is going to be a certification for anybody, and that is Amazon Certified AI Practitioner. Now truly a top tier AI cert, highly respected, beginner-friendly, and relatively easy. Now, Amazon offers a wide range of certs. They're well-known, valued in the industry, but this is their only one true AI credential so far. And according to Amazon, it's designed to unlock new career possibilities, whatever that means. We'll take a look at that later. Now, getting started is easy. All you do is visit the AWS website, where you'll find an overview of the exam with all the basic details. But let's address the elephant in the room. Somewhere here. Who is this actually for? And who is it not for? Maybe that's more important. Now, this certification is foundational, meaning it's meant for beginners and can be learned pretty quickly. Now, you can study on your own, you can follow a Amazon learning guide, and I personally at least recommend checking them out before you take the exam, because you don't want to fail and have to do it all over again. It's just a waste of time. Now, the exam lasts about 90 minutes and consists of 65 different questions. It's generally going to be these multiple choice where you just pick and choose one of the options, and the cost is going to be around $100, but it can vary depending on your location. So if I'm going to summarize this in like one sentence, here it is, okay? This is for people who are already a little bit familiar with AI and machine learning, but don't necessarily want to build these things themselves. It's more about kind of understanding the basics of AI, understanding the concepts, without creating or implementing these solutions. It's more about the knowledge in the brain, the understanding, the knowledge, and that's why it's perfect for beginners. It's less about hands-on stuff and more about understanding AI, machine learning, and Amazon's ecosystem altogether. So I'll give it a score of, let's say, 7 out of 10. Next up is going to be IBM AI Developer Professional Certificate. And IBM is like the king of computers. They were one of the first tech companies, and they've been around for over a century. Yes, 100 years. They literally invented the ATM, the machine you withdraw money from, and they also created the floppy disk, the hard disk drive, relational databases, the SQL programming language, so much more. IBM employees have literally won 6 Nobel Prizes and 6 Turing Awards, which is like the Nobel Prize of computer science. And I think IBM is a great place to learn from. Their AI cert is over 200,000 students already. It is top rated and only takes 6 months at 4 hours per week. But I've seen a majority of people finish in about 2 to 3 months part-time, so you can definitely do it faster. Now, the goal is pretty simple here. It's to kickstart your career in AI. That's the quote. Build job-ready skills in AI, Gen AI, programming, and build AI chatbots and apps. And honestly, I think it's a fantastic option, but we're going to talk a little bit about the, intricate details as well. A lot of developers are scared how AI is replacing programming or at least changing the game entirely. But here, you're not just a programmer, a developer, you're an AI developer. You're building the AI apps, the chatbots, all the AI stuff that is highly in demand right now, things companies are pouring their entire budgets and their entire futures into. So opportunity, as we know, comes and goes, and I recommend going where the opportunity is. So especially if you're starting out as a beginner, right now it's kind of in AI development right here, or here. The courses will teach you the basics of software engineering, programming, and a lot of Python, and then focus on mixing that with AI. Super valuable, I'll give it an 8 out of 10 score. Next is a certification by NVIDIA, and these guys literally run AI. They're probably the most important company in the entire AI space and the entire AI thing, because they make the underlying hardware that powers nearly every modern AI system. So basically, without NVIDIA, forget massive AI models, forget running AI apps. It just wouldn't happen. They literally control more than 80% of the AI hardware market and became the first company in the world to hit a $5 trillion market cap, which is a lot of money if you didn't know. It's bigger than Tesla, Amazon, any of the usual tech giants. absolutely insane. And they just released a beginner certificate called NVIDIA Certified Associate Generative AI LLMs. Long name. Now, this cert is going to be entry level. It literally says so on their website. I'm not just making that stuff up. I could be doing that. This cert tests your ability to develop, integrate, and maintain AI-powered applications, which basically means you can make cool, useful shit with AI. It only takes 1 hour and costs about $125, which is a one-time fee, and is valid for 2 years. The only thing required from you is a basic understanding of Gen AI and large language models, like the thing used in ChatGPT, and it's multiple choice. You're not writing code or building an app or building a large language model yourself. You're literally just answering questions. Now, I also found a content breakdown, which surprisingly breaks down the content of the exam. There's going to be about 30% of the core machine learning and AI basics and fundamentals. About a quarter, or 24%, is going to be software development basics, and about 22% experimenting, 14% data analysis, data stuff, and 10% trustworthy AI, so you can trust it. Good option. I really like NVIDIA as a company, but it's a very broad kind of general AI cert, so it's not going to be the most useful on the job market. I'd give it like a 7.5. Next up is going to be Wharton. Yes, the #1 business school in the world, or something like that. You know how the rankings change every year. And who even decides what school is best? I don't know. But what I do know is this certification is really, really good. So it's called AI for Business, and if there's any place to learn AI and learn business, it's at a top business school, right? It was literally the world's first college-level business school, established in 1881. Now, they have an extremely low acceptance rate, and their tuition fees are honestly ridiculous. Most people never get to study at Wharton. I didn't get to, but anyone can take this AI certificate. It's only 1 month at 10 hours per week. Pretty short and pretty concise, but still enough time to make it useful for you. Now, it's not about learning tech or how to build AI and all the tech complicated stuff. It's about using AI in business to actually increase productivity, profit. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing else, etc. It's really good for managers or business people, or just anybody looking to learn more about AI in business, which honestly everybody should. Even if you're working a normal job, even if you're not a boss, you will be affected. And you want to know how AI is going to change things in the future, in your business, in your market, so you can better prepare as well. Because nobody's going to save you. That's the unfortunate truth. There are 4 different courses, and the first one is going to be AI for non-data scientists, basically AI without going into the techie and the data stuff. AI for everybody made simple. Next up is going to be AI in marketing and finance. A lot of things going on there. AI in people management and HR. You know, those amazing ATS systems that reject you instantly without even reaching a real person because your resume is like formatted a little bit wrong according to their system, and then it just throws it out the window. And then AI strategy and governance, which is basically overall planning and vision in AI companies. Whatever, ignore that stuff. Easily an 8.5 out of 10 score, super valuable for anybody. Seriously. And then we have Microsoft AI and ML Engineering. Now, this professional cert was just released and has over 40,000 students already, which should tell you something. Top rated and contains about 5 different courses. First, some fundamentals about AI, ML, whatever, some algorithms, techniques, building AI agents using Microsoft Azure. You don't need to remember all this stuff, don't worry. And some more advanced machine learning and AI stuff. But here's what you do need to remember. A little warning. This is going to be a very technical certificate, and you will need some intermediate knowledge of Python and kind of like, that's just Python basics, but you need to understand the basics of Python. Because if you want to implement these AI and ML things, Python is going to be used. Like, they're not going to teach you the programming stuff. You're kind of expected to already know the basics so you can work with it yourself. Still, nothing too complicated, and you could learn Python really quickly. And there's also a bonus. This goes hand in hand with Microsoft's official certification for AI engineers called AI 102 certification, and you get a 50% discount if you complete it on Coursera first. So a pretty good deal for aspiring AI engineers, but yes, way more technical than the other ones. 8 out of 10. Next up is a kind of weird AI certification, but it's legit and it's highly in demand, so let's cover it. PMP is the #1 cert for project managers. It's industry recognized, all that good stuff. It stands for Project Management Professional. Now, why are we talking about project management in an AI video? You see all these people flexing, PMP on their LinkedIn like it's a freaking PhD. Anyway, the Project Management Institute just released an AI cert. and it's called PMI, Certified Professional in Managing AI. So it's kind of like managing AI projects, AI products, etc. as a project manager. So there's a lot of opportunity because AI is a top skill for companies. It's how you future-proof yourself and how you increase your take-home pay. But I would only recommend this if you're very serious, because PMI and all their certs, they make it a pain in the ass to get them. But that also makes them more valuable on the job market, so it's kind of like a good thing. But you need to take their specific pricey course and do all that shit. So honestly, I don't recommend it for everybody. The exam itself is 120 questions, because why not make it insanely long, I suppose? It's 160 minutes and only in English so far. And if we look here on step 5, it says earn, and then you can actually see the exam content simplified. So it's about 15% responsible AI, whatever that means, 26% business needs, 26% data needs, 16% AI, and 17% practical AI solutions. The prep course is only 21 hours, but it's very serious. And again, I only recommend this if you are directly in project management or have a very specific reason to get it. But I still wanted to mention it because it's a good option. Otherwise, next up are 2 amazing certs. 6 out of 10. Next up is going to be Salesforce. Now, they launched a free platform called Trailhead for some reason, where you can learn a ton of stuff, but that doesn't matter, right? The only thing we care about is learning AI. They have trainings for all levels with hands-on practice and different badges and different certifications. And there are a couple of core trails, or kind of like learning tracks. And the first one is called Agent Blazer Champion 2026, which is a ridiculous name, but yeah, here we are. And you're going to be learning the basics of AI and building AI agents, but in a very, very simple format for beginners. There's also one called Innovator 2026, which sounds really exciting, where you'll be defining AI goals and what the AI should do, and then customizing it and deploying AI agents yourself. Basically, the first course is going to be like the fundamentals, and the second AI course is more going to be building useful AI agents. So further down on the page, we can see the certifications, and there are 60 different certs. You don't need to get all of them, and a few of these are going to be for AI-related stuff. Salesforce is a very strong brand. A lot of companies use them, and they are respected, especially if you're in kind of that industry. I think it's a good option. I'll give it like a 6.5 out of 10. They're good, but these learning trails are honestly nothing special. It's just a good free learning resource. And then we have Microsoft. Microsoft makes some awful products and interfaces that every company uses, and you're kind of forced to use them too. But yeah, Microsoft skills are objectively really valuable on the job market, and so are their certifications, unfortunately. This cert is going to be called AI Transformation Leader, and it's beginner level, as it says right here somewhere on the screen. I'll just show you a picture of it. And it's for the role of business leader, as it also says right here again. Enjoy. But you don't need to be a CEO for this to be useful, right? It's about recognizing opportunities to use AI in your company, like a business where you can plug in AI to make things more efficient, you can improve things, you can improve customer service, or you can make it worse, like a lot of the customer services do nowadays, or you can drive innovation and just improve things, hopefully. It is designed for business decision makers at pretty much all levels, so even if you're a beginner, I guess you're making a decision in the business, or if you're looking to get into management, it can help you stand out, as everybody is looking for people who know AI skills right now. You can use that to get promotions, to show your skills, show you know AI, and that's really, really worthwhile. Now, the actual exam is going to be 45 minutes, which is very quick. The price is about $99 in the US, but it varies depending on location, as with all the Microsoft certs, so check that out. And there is a free course of about 4 hours to introduce you to the different areas of the test, which is going to be very simple. Explore the business value of Gen AI solutions. Basically, what can you do? Where should you look at AI? Where is it worth implementing? Drive business value with AI. Very unclear what that means, but it's one of those buzzwords. And transform your business with AI, and basically simply making AI useful for a company to improve things. Great option and very easy to get. Not that technical, nothing special, but useful. So 7.5 out of 10. Now check out this video for more AI certifications and skills that are in high demand as we speak. You probably want to learn them before, they go away, and they're pretty good right now.